Howdy folks, it is DIECAST Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003. It's time for the MBNA America 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, race 20 out of 36. Oh my god, after the horrible race at Chicagoland, Mark Martin went to victory lane. And 396, and I will say it here folks, Jeff Burton is on the bubble. If we fall behind 500 points, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So as far as I'm concerned, it's bottom of the ninth. We're down a run. Full count. 2 outs. That's how it is right now. Mark Martin picked up his first win of 2005 and his 36th career win overall. So he's cruising to another championship, man. He won it in 02. But we're going to Atlanta, so we got the Georgia race, which is the one and only stop at Atlanta Motor Speedway in 05. We're going to Pocono next, the Brickyard, and we're going to some right turns up in upstate New York. All right, so paint scheme. Let's see. We're gonna run the normal paint scheme. We're gonna keep digging. We're gonna go to Atlanta, and let me tell you, man, we have no choice but to run good. Our backs against the wall. We could be eliminated from Winston Cup Championship contention if we have another bad run. Here we go. Alright, folks. So we qualified, well, I'll be honest, pretty poorly. But, man, I've been spending like 10 to 15 minutes just working on this setup, man. We cannot afford to have another crappy race like we had at Chicago. Look, if we have one more bad race, we're pretty much eliminated from championship contention. So as far as I'm concerned, our backs against the wall, it's an elimination event pretty much for us. We got to go out there, we got to compete, top 5 or nothing. That's pretty much how we have to treat this race. Let's go ahead and sit it down trackside for the MBNA America 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's go.
MRN welcomes you to Hampton, Georgia, site of today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the MBNA America 500. This place has it all. They even have a 9-story office and condominium complex right here at the track. And there's always great racing to go along with the amenities. Isn't that right, Barney?
NASCAR doesn't use restrictor plates for this track, which is actually why it's one of the fastest speedways in the Winston Cup Series. We may see some speeds hit 200 miles an hour just before they dive off into these corners.
The Singular Wireless Chevrolet is having some trouble in the points this year.
And, of course, nobody wants to be on the bottom of that points list. He'll have to work extra hard to pick up spots. Not an easy task to dig yourself out of a hole in this series.
Dick Pacer hasn't made much of a move in the points so far.
Yeah, those guys have been working so hard this year. It's a shame it doesn't really show in points. Just seems they can't keep that car out of trouble on race day. Maybe their luck will change today.
Jeff Burton has had some bad luck the last 2 races.
Oh, he definitely wants to turn things around starting now. His whole crew seems determined to pull out of this slump. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull off at least a top 15.
Engines are fired here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now look, when I say I've literally spent 15 minutes working on a setup, I'm being serious. I have tried so many different gear ratios, working with the rear spoiler, the angle of it, trying to get just that extra 10th. And we qualified, I'll be honest, like 20th, 30th. I mean, we qualified miserably. And I immediately went to work. I think the fastest lap I was able to turn, and this is with the engine exploding after it, so I couldn't go and keep the momentum up and possibly even make it better. I think it was a 29. No, I think it was a 29. Let's see, what's the fastest lap here? Can't see. I think it was a 29.8 or a 28.8, something like that. It was like 0.3 slower than the pole speed, so we got some speed. It was just a matter of executing. But here we are at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Our backs against the wall. We're about 400 points out from the Winston Cup points lead. We won the championship in 04. I know the car's slow right now, but give it some time. Give it some time. I've worked tremendously hard trying to get this car up to speed. Now, can we just find a way to compete at Atlanta Motor Speedway? This track has just treated us not too good. I'm hoping that this go-around will be different. We'll be able to finally execute and get some good spots. Oh my god, this engine's about to explode, man. This thing is just zooming on by. How is the AI this fast? How? Like, this makes no sense. Like, I'm about to grenade my engine, and the AI is still able to keep up with me. This makes no sense. Like, this literally makes absolutely no freaking sense. I'm about to put the Tosco car in the catch fence like Keselowski if he doesn't get out of my way. Like, I'm having to let out the gas early because it's hitting the red line. It goes over that, and it's going to cook the engine, and we're going to be screwed. If I could just get to the inside freaking lane, that would be so much better. Please, just let me in. There we go. Watch the acceleration. Okay, dive to the bottom. Car's going to kind of wash up a little bit. Come on, little car. You can do it. You can do it, car. I believe in you. The draft could be the equalizer here. That could help us just a little bit. Just give that extra tenth of speed we need. There we go. There we go. Dive into turns 1 and 2. So the car's handling a lot better. It's a little bit slow getting up to pace, but we're kind of getting comfortable with it. Like I said, it took 15 minutes to get this car up to this speed. So you can imagine how slow it was during qualifying trip. And I knew if I would have took that car and just impounded it, I knew it wouldn't have been good enough. And we would have probably finished dead last. So I went ahead and took the extra time to get the engine, to get the gear ratios, everything where I needed to be. Now, we got to be careful, though. We cannot full throttle it down the straightaway because it will cook the engine. We kind of have to play with the throttle a little bit entering the corner. And with the draft, sometimes that actually shoots up the acceleration higher and much faster than anticipated. And that could really destroy your engine. We had that happen at one of the Michigan races last season, I believe it was. And it blew up. We had to go down pit road. We had to keep working on it. I mean, that thing blew up. Went from white smoke and then it turned into charcoal. That thing literally blew up on the track, and we had to go down pit road and try to fix it as best as we can. Oh my goodness, 30th though. That's better than what I expected early on. Oh my god, man, the bump in 1 and 2, or excuse me, 3 and 4, it just shoots you up a lane higher. If there's a car on the outside, well, good luck. Let's get a top 5 update. Jimmy Johnson, Sterling Marlin, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. That is your top 5 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now, the only race here in Georgia in 2005 is here. There's no 2 races. There's no night race. No, that was cut to add the second Sonoma race, which will be going back there in the fall as the car just got squirrely on the back straight. Oh, God, here comes the 55 of Bobby Hamilton just dive bombing the corner. Thanks, 55. So now the 55 dive bombing the corner is going to put us to the outside here, and Terry Labonte's not going to let us in. We're going to lose a lot of spots here. That 55, well, he didn't do us any favors there. So now we're stuck on the outside train. Oh my goodness, now we're going to go 3 wide. I'm going to let Terry go, and I'm just going to fall in line. I'm not risking my race car for that. I'm just going to follow in line and just mind my P's and Q's. 32-lap race, 500 miles. We're going to have pit stops around lap 16, lap 17. We're going to make sure, of course, we have enough fuel. And I feel like the car's good, but it has to be with draft. Draft is the only thing keeping this thing relevant right now. Got to get better, man. Got to get better. And the good thing is this is the only race here this year. So that extra Sonoma race could really pay dividends when it comes out of the championship run, because that means in the final 10 races of the season, you're going to have not only the wild card at Martinsville. That race is crazy the way the AI glitches out. Anything could happen. You see that with the spring Martinsville race when me and Dale Jarrett kept lining up on the restarts and duped it out for the win. But you also got the doubleheader at Texas Motor Speedway with the road course, or the Roval there. Then you have the 500-miler on Sunday. Then you got Talladega. That's a big wild card there. And of course, Sonoma. The second stop to Sonoma is going to be in the final 10 races. So that's 4 pretty good wild card opportunities. So if we can perhaps, pull together some good finishes, anything's possible. Somehow we're 27th. Tires are worn. Kurt Busch is digging on the bottom, trying to get around our Sicko Ford Taurus. Now, we'll get a top 5 update out of the corner here. Let's see what's crack-a-lackin'. Jimmy Johnson still out front looking for another Winston Cup win in 05. If you forget, he won Sonoma. We actually wrecked out in that race. Jimmy Johnson took the win, and I think that was his 6th career win. Could be getting 7th today. Well, that was our only DNF this season, thankfully. Hoping we can keep that just down to just 1 DNF, because, man, we're so behind in points right now. We're like 396 points entering today. So pretty much call it 400 points behind with half a season to go. That's not much time. And that means we need to average about 20 points gained per race to better make this happen. And what the heck is Kurt Busch doing? Oh my God, Kurt Busch really trying to peek the nose in. Oh no, brake check, let Kurt go. Just let him go. I was about to clip Elliott Sadler there, and I knew to lift. I knew that car was not going to keep the middle lane. I had to lift. I had to, but hey, it's okay. I let Kurt go by, and I'll be able to get around Elliott Sadler in the Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford Taurus. Now we're digging on Ward Burton in the Dodge Intrepid for Bill Davis Racing. And I got some cats down pit road. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully we can get on pit road clean, but man, you never know with the AIs. The AIs could all pit right now, which I'm going to try to get to the outside here just in case. Nope, no one's coming in. The AIs, they do give you a little bit of a signal on the back straightaway because they pull to the inside lane, and that's kind of their motion. Hey, we're going to be pitting this go around. But if you don't notice it and they just brake check and dive the corner, it's hard to beat. But I thought I seen some smoke up front. I can't confirm it. I don't think so. No, that's just a white car. Okay. I was about to say someone's smoking up there. Everyone's going to whoa up. There we go. They're coming in. All right. So some more cars coming down pit road to get their service. Coming up to the halfway point. Lap 16 today here in Hampton, Georgia. All right. So tires are shot. We're learning the race car. What do we do? I think we need to run. Let's see. If we ran it right, I think we could pit now. I think we need to pit now because our car is running pretty good. I think we could pit now and be in good shape. So we're going to go ahead and bring it down pit road. I think everyone else has got the same idea. I'm going to let Kurt go by. I don't want to. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Good pit road entry. There we go. Keep everything the same. Do not repair any damage. Look, we need a clean, consistent pit stop here, guys. And I think this was perfect timing because it looks like most of the field made their way down pit road as well. Come on, 15.5. That's what we need. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We need a good pit stop, man. We need just good, clean pit stop. We don't need an issue that like we had at Texas Motor Speedway that really cost us. There we go, 15.4. Awesome job, guys. I would clap right now, but got my hands on the controller. All right, so we're going to lose a few spots as people have already got their service and they're back up to full speed, but we did gain some spots pretty good there. Oh, well, hello, Jeff Purvis in the number 36 car. If you're new to the series, Kenny Schrader retired and Purvis hopped behind the wheel of the 36 Pontiac. And I might say he's been doing pretty darn good. He hasn't got a win, but man, he was up front leading at Texas Motor Speedway with Ricky Rudd and I. That was pretty darn cool. Anyways, pit stops coming to a close. We're up to 29th. Gotta watch that temperature. Do not overheat the motor, man. Oh boy. We don't have any draft. So Jamie McMurray is pretty much gonna he's just gonna boogie on by at this point. Gotta watch the temps. Don't let these cats go by just yet. Whoa, Nelly. Big puff of smoke down there from the bottom. Oh, sorry, Jeff Purvis. Freaking just skidded up the hill and just clipped his nose. My bad. Dang it. It's hard to block too wide. Alright, let's focus. Looks like even some more cats came down pit road, perhaps. We're up to 28. Hopefully we can gain a few more spots. Let's run some qualifying laps. Watch that temperature. Do not redline the motor to the point where it's going to grenade, but this is not the finish we need, man. We need consistent finishes up front. This is not what we need right now. I mean, 26th, 25th is not gonna win you back-to-back Winston Cup titles, my dude. We need top 15s, top 10s at the absolute minimum. I mean, the way these cats run, they're almost dang near flawless all year long. And Dale Jarrett had an engine go bad last Saturday night at Chicago, and we finished one spot ahead of him. So that tells you that could have been a 110-point swing right there, and we messed up. But right now we're 25th. Got a little bit of a race car right now, but the AI is getting faster. Top 5 update. Speak of the man himself, Dale Jarrett, Ricky Rudd, Robert Yates Racing. They're showing up to play here in Hampton, Georgia. Now, our car is just... It's got speed, right? But it needs draft. That's the problem. Is Atlanta, it's like Las Vegas. It's like no matter what you do, the AI is just faster than you. And it's a shame. And I like that. I like having that challenge, but man, it's almost impossible to win this race. It's like going to the Coke 600 on here. It's almost impossible to win because the AI is just so freaking fast. And I'm trying my hardest to get this car as fast as possible, but it's impossible almost. I'm trying to drive the car as hard as I can into the corner without cooking the engine. I'm practically running full throttle around the corners, and we're still losing time. Does that make any sense? We got a smoker down in 3 and 4. Let's hope it's, I don't know, a big contender. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow. Jeff Purvis. Bad luck. He's going to cook an engine here. We don't want to cook our own engine. Lap 24 out of 32. We just can't gain anything, my dude. If we could just have a freaking yellow flag, that would change everything. And we haven't had a natural caution on a speedway oval in God knows when. I mean, it's been forever. It's only been the road course joints, right? I mean, that's a shame. That's something that no NASCAR game, in my opinion, really ever got right. Maybe NASCAR 06, because I do remember a caution just about every single Busch Series race on there. So I might throw in NASCAR 06. I think one of the Heat games had consistent race-to-race cautions, but let's be real, man. They need more cautions. It's part of NASCAR racing. You know, when you go to New Hampshire, it's going to be scarce. When I go to Talladega, I want 7 yellow flags every race, and maybe have one anomaly and have like 2 flags in one race. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, we're actually gaining on them, but the only reason we are is because of draft. That's literally the only reason we're gaining on these people is draft. You wouldn't think that a mile-and-a-half event here in Atlanta Motor Speedway, draft would be such a huge element, but right now it's a tool. It's like a grappling hook. It just pushes the car forward, and that's what we need. It's basically covering for that lack of horsepower we've had this season. I mean, to be honest with you, we have not had the horsepower we had last year. I'll tell you that. Right now, we're gaining on Elliott Sadler. Maybe he shot up his tires. I'm not too sure. I'm going to push this 41 car by. This dude's been doing pretty good, so sorry, corporate teammate. Elliott Sadler. Sorry about that. Going by. Now we're up to 25th. That's what we need. Running pretty good right now. 5 laps to go. Is it time to move to Spence? Is it time to dispense of Jimmy Spencer? I don't think so. I think we can still use the back end of that car for a few more positions. Ooh, driving it in the corner there, man. All it takes is one little bump or scrape, and that 41 car is going to slow down tremendously. So we got to be careful here. Trying to use as much draft, man, as possible. Diving in the corner. No, 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 no! Dog it. That did not work. that just goes to show your tires are worn and you can't really just slide job them, man. It's okay, though. I think we can catch a sniff off the 25 car, and they do. I'm not sure, but I think we can catch a sniff. We're 24th right now, so it's much better than it was before. Top 5 update. Go, Johnson, go! Jimmie Johnson's out front. Lap 30 out of 32. Come on, Johnson. Win this race. Please, just win this race. Please. I want Johnson to win as many races as possible. Catch a sniff off the 25 here. And so we can try to get around him. Oh, hello, 25. Oh, sorry. Go, got around him. Didn't mean to hit him, but you gotta do what you gotta do. When you block me, I'm gonna go for it. Alright. Getting to the end here. Come on, car. I'm driving the car all the way up the racetrack, my dudes. Can we catch that 30 car there? Let's see, diving into 3 and 4 here. He's trying to get around McMurray, but McMurray's blocking him pretty bad. God, man, the car does not want to commit to the bottom. It's running the outside lane, single file. I don't think we're going to catch him, though. We're getting a little bit of a draft, but not enough to be able to make a pass, I don't think. Jesus, man, this car is just plowing tight. We have some momentum off the corner. Not enough. Looks like Jimmie Johnson, I think, just won here at Atlanta. We're going to come home 23rd. Not what we needed, but it could have been much worse. Yep, drove it into the corner way too hard. Now we're going to have to block for 23rd. They're too wide. They'll be kind of slow, but it is what it is. Got to keep digging, man. We lost some points today, but at least Johnson won. Awesome. Johnson won, so we didn't lose too much, but Martin got 3rd, so take that back. Well, that was a doozy. So your pole sitter, Jimmie Johnson, gets the W. I mean, he was just bad fast in Atlanta. We got 94 points, so we're going to lose a good bit. We're going to lose probably good 70 points to the race leaders. But Johnson started first, led 23 laps. I mean, it was a Jimmie Johnson day, let's be real. Jimmie Johnson dominated the race, started on pole. I mean, he just blew the doors off the competition. The bad luck Chuck here today in Georgia is going to be, oof, Jeff Purvis. Poor showing for the 36 car. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss any of my new content. Follow me on Instagram at DIECAST Buffet. Also, let me know what y'all think about this race in the comment section below. I appreciate all those who tune in. Like, comment, and subscribe. DIECAST Buffet. Signing off.